Now for my Dragon Ball Project Multi Gekishin Squadra squad. We are in the building. Alright. My Gekishin Squadra squad. We are in the building. We do have new character kits that they did release that we have to react to. So we're here live on stream. Shout out to everybody pulling up from the YouTube vid. Right, we're uploading this to YouTube. So we're gonna react. We got Super Oob and Dabura, right? You know, they gotta start slow with the characters. They're not the super hype characters. Obviously, you know, don't get offended if you are a Oob stan or a Dabura stan. Dabura also did go up on points because of Daima. Okay, so shout out to Daima. But let's get into, we're gonna go with Super Oob first. We're gonna get into his kit. Same thing as the last video, reacted to the new characters and their kits. We're gonna let the video play, and then we're gonna go more into depth as they release more information about what the character does.
So I could make things right. There! Hold still!
I see a counter next to his name.
I won't lose! Now to finish you all! I'll give them a fight they'll never forget.
Fire. Okay, so we did see some good things in his kit. Like I said, I did see some numbers next to his name. So maybe they'll explain that as they explain the rest of his kit, right? Super Oob. Not going with the traditional, you know, American or English dub name that they usually refer to this character as, Maj Oob. We're going with Super Oob, the Japanese translation. Interesting. Switching it up a little bit. All right, roll his damage, right? We did see him in the trailer for the game when they released the trailer for the next playtest coming in. We did see they did call him damage, right? So concept: make use of Cyclone to power up your rush and super attacks. Keep doing continuous damage and break through the enemy's front line. Might be comp. What we thinking? We're Oob main. Okay, passive. Cyclone stream. So this is probably what had to do with the numbers. Gain Cyclone when you activate certain skills or your super attack. Right? So Cyclone is probably those numbers. Deplete Cyclone when performing a rush attack and gain an additional attack. Cyclone will gradually deplete over time. Okay, so if you don't use it, you lose it. Right? Oh, so the Cyclone is when the attacks... Ooh, okay. So when you do Ki Blast, rush attack, stuff like that, the blast will fly over your head. That's what the number was tracking, right? And then obviously, the more you do it, they say you gain an additional attack. Rage Barrage. Fire multiple energy blasts that fan out in the targeted direction. Gain Cyclone on activation. Okay, so that's like a thing you have to gauge, especially when you're fighting this Oob, is how much Cyclone he has over his head. And if the Cyclone is maxed out, he might be a problem. Gain additional Cyclone when enemies are hit. Can still move while using this skill. Okay. Generate a shockwave around yourself for a set time. Rush attack speed will increase, and the range of rush attack and skill 3 will increase. You will gain no attack obstruction effect. Oh, so you could just funnel the Cyclone right to them. Fire. After dashing in a certain direction, fire energy blast at an enemy in the area, gaining Cyclone when you hit enemies. Okay, I like, it's different, Cyclone Burst. Expend all stored Cyclone to unleash a huge attack in a certain direction. Damage increases based on Cyclone on a... Sorry, clear my throat. Damage increases based on Cyclone amount at activation. Gain Cyclone when you hit enemies. Enemy heroes below a certain HP when hit will be inflicted with candy status. Damn. Candy status. The Oob Boo lineage continues with the candy status. That's tough. He might be comp. Those are some good things he has in his kit right there. Right? So like I said, obviously we're skipping characters we've already seen. And now, next,
Peggy 12.
You can't push him. It'll be hard because he has a lot of things that like his attacks will reverberate and he could just continuously spam type of thing with the Cyclone. It might be annoying. He might be annoying to deal with, right? Nothing crazy in terms of movement. So like he's kind of not necessarily a stationary, because some of his attacks he could do while on the move, but he's not like a quick move, quick dash type of character. He's got some other techniques in his stuff. Oob is looking promising. Oob is looking promising. Now let's check out Dabura. Dabura, here we go.
Witness the power of the Demon King.
Shout out to Daima. Him and Boo might be a good team. That's a fact. Because they both have the candy inflict.
Be gone! Don't think you can escape from me! I'll send you all to hell! Now you realize the difference in our power.
Him and Boo in top lane, we might have to try that duo out. Dabura. So Dabura does look like he will be annoying. He can turn enemies into stone. So he's going to freeze you up, free damage, free attacks for the team. Ah, man, Dabura. I could already see him being a headache. It's crazy. Stay close to your enemies with this hero. Applying petrification to gain additional firepower. Fill up the petrification gauge, then unleash devastating damage. So let's see. Start with the passive. Fill the petrification gauge of enemy heroes within a certain proximity. When the petrification gauge is full, you can use your rush attack to petrify them. So if you don't know what petrification or petrify means, it just means turning them to stone, right? Stopping their movement and increasing your damage against them. So, okay, he has the gauge. Damn, the gauge fills up without you even doing anything, just standing there. And it goes up even faster when you attack. The crowd control is going to be OP. Look at that. And then you could just turn him to stone. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It's going to be broken. It's going to be broken. Doom's Ray. Blow up enemy target with if this attack hits an enemy hero, it fills their petrification gauge. The lower the petrification gauge, the more petrification will be applied. Also generates an aftershock. Okay, so this is a good move to start off with, because then you get the most value out of it in terms of the petrification gauge. Also generates an aftershock ahead of you. Activates quicker if used after a vanishing step. Okay, so they don't show that in the clip necessarily. What does the aftershock mean? Not too sure, but it does say if you use a vanishing step, it'll activate quicker. So that means if you dash and then hit the move. So if you just dash into battle, hit him with it, boom, right away. Petrification gauge filled halfway, and look how much damage that did. Oh my God! I mean, I know they're maxed out at level 15, but damn! Look at one blast just took his whole health bar. Oh my God! Darkness Spear throws out spears. Apply no vanishing step to the enemy heroes they hit. Gain movement speed up when approaching an enemy hero that is hit by this skill. I don't know. Dabura sounds cracked, bro. He sounds crazy. Cause then just freezing enemies to the point where everybody could just spam attack them, like that's unfair. That's cheating. There are some cheating characters in this game. I'm gonna keep it real. Evil Flame, skill 3. Spit Flames applies movement speed down to enemy hit. So you can hit multiple enemies with this though. Enemy heroes hit will also be inflicted with burning, and their petrification gauge will be filled. Can move and adjust aim while using this skill. And a burning effect? Oh my God, bro, what is it? They giving them damage over time skills too? And all this fills their petrification gauge. Oh my God. Well, it sounds like he's broken. Another yet again another broken character that they're adding. Man, he's definitely gonna be annoying. Shout out to Gekishin Squadra. Still a mouthful. Still low key calling it Project Multi, but you know, we are excited. Let us know what your thoughts are on these two characters. They both sound busted. The Boo and Oob collab on the top lane might be busted. And then Dabura, you could just match him with anybody. Because as soon as you petrify somebody and they're stuck there in stone, I don't know. Yeah, you're going to need a range character to deal with Dabura. I'm not going to lie. You are spitting. But yeah, so let us know what you think on these two characters. Shout out to everybody who is watching live from the stream. Shout out to everybody who's watching on the YouTube. Make sure you guys, if you enjoyed this content, you guys hit that thumbs up. Enjoy what you're watching. We're going to be covering this game as much as we can. Whatever information they give us, we're going to be covering it. We're going to be here excited for this new playtest on the way. Make sure you guys stay tuned in. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe, hit the bell. Stay tuned in, and we're going to be back with more. We're out of this thing, though. Peace.